in a world of endless choice, how is it that we all choose from the same menu? Where do these choices come from? Are you truly the individual the world deserves, or have you simply been individualized for somebody else's profit? This lack of real isn't real. These choices aren't choices at all. They are set meals. And yes, this is your beautiful life. Liberty and the pursuit of happiness are God-given, but your right to be is a title deed traded like pork bellies. The allegations are false until officially denied. All pigs are equal, yet some can fly. Welcome back to the greatest show ever seen about the greatest story ever told. Bing bong. The prices are wrong. But Tradespotting's lines, well, they're still going strong. This is GME 1 hour time frame, Parabolic SAR, 50 simple period moving average, 200 period moving average. And you can see that we're putting in a lower low. The RSI is not doing the same thing currently, but price action is, by definition, in a downtrend. In order to arrest that trend, on the first significant time frame, you need to retrace against this move you're currently making, which would mean you'd need to stop making it in the first instance, and then move to the top side and break 2550, which is the 50 simple period moving average, the wick high within this formation, and where you find the parabolic SAR, which is a signifier that you'd have broken the current momentum of this trend and you were looking to make a move to top side. For that time being, continuation would be onwards and upwards. That's the 1 hour time frame on GameStop. On to the 4 hour, you can see we've got a gap up there, back above 25 at $26 and change. Turn the drawings back on. At this stage, you'd be retracing back against a Fibonacci trend sequence. Let's take it out here. The high to the low. 236 comes in at 24.95. Golden pocket from the prior fib at 25.33 and the 382 at 25.46. So you break all those levels. You'll also be breaking above the 1 hour important technical artifacts that we just mentioned, and you'll be aiming for then 26.28, which when you're on the 1 hour time frame, you can see the 200 period moving average comes in at that stage. So these are the targets to aim for. First, we have to stop going to the downside. Then we have to break above 25.50, which point we'll be targeting 26.30, closing the gap on the chart and pushing towards the top side in search of resistance and playing through with bullish divergence on the RSI. The things to look for are price action then breaking this level, that's 25.50, this level, that's 26.50, call it, while preserving this current structural integrity with a higher low on the RSI, a lower low on price, and that presenting us with bullish divergence, reversal divergence, which will sell GME in search of resistance. So that's the quick TA for GameStop for today. We can judge that momentum slowing down using the MACD here. Signal you might be looking for, 30-minute time frame. You've got your cross. You now want the signal line to persist above, the MACD line to persist above the signal line, and them both to aim towards the center line, that's 0. You want them to do that in price action to be back above the 200 period moving average on that 30-minute time frame to say that this is a trending move. You don't have that, but if you get the confirmation with the bullish divergence and go back above the center line on the RSI, maybe you would be targeting that 200 period moving average on the 30-minute time frame in the first instance. And we wouldn't then necessarily anticipate it breaking on the first pass if that was the signature that went with the move. But should we break it or persist at that until such times as we put in body closes on 1 hour and 4 hour time frames, then you might be looking at continuation to the top side and those further targets. After which, there's lots of places to aim for, and I'll happily fill you in on the next GameStop update. Also, let's look at, just because we're here, FDN. This is the internet as owned by banks and old people. It's a mutual fund / investment trust. It's just that, actually, it's not. Anywho, right, this is the internet, and you can buy the internet. It's going really, really cheap. It's coming in at just lower than its previous lows with lots of bullish divergence. There are potential short positions on the go, and there is potential long positions, each with very easy to manage risk reward areas, which provide with potential for a diligent trader to take advantage of both sides of the price, regardless of which direction it goes. It does look like it has put in what is a potential XABCD formation, and should that be the case, you would expect it to approach towards either its first instance would be at 141, currently trading at 129.35. Look towards break your own 236 here at 127.59, which it managed to do here on the weekly. Let's drop down to the daily, which is slightly clearer. You've obviously got other targets to break on the way. You've held that 236 on a retrace. You've closed this previous gap. If you now retrace back towards the 50 simple, recover that and get back above the golden pocket, that's the first aimed target. And you've got a 2.68 to 1. Not particularly fantastic in terms of, the risk reward, but it's quite tight in terms of the loss. So, people would look to that sort of potential to trade. And if it does work, and you get your stop into profit quickly, perhaps it evolves into this second trade, which suggests that the intermediate target may indeed be up around an 886 of fib and actually break down from this high here and around the 141 extension of the same fib to the top side on the right hand side. So you'd be looking at around 179, potentially 176, that sort of zone for the second trade. And if it all does work out to the top side, there is a daily flash up at around 245. Now remember, it's trading 129, and we're trying to maintain like the best possible risk reward and the tightest possible entry so that it provides us the maximum benefit to your account. And so there's various ways of finding that and using it. Of course, there's also these opportunities if it breaks down at the same first targets that you'd be looking to. Of course, it could fall down from here, but the risk-reward ratio from that is crap, right? So that's that potential. If you're looking at the internet, you want to own a bit of the internet, I heard it's going to be huge. So that's one thing. And then now we'll check in with this guy, AMC. Trading at 6.35, up 3.95% on the day. Good to see. 1, 2, 3, potentially low. That would be all the needed in that particular idea of 1, 2, 3 phases, and you can turn around. You've got bullish divergence on the most recent low. At this stage, you've got a potential inverted head and shoulders. Turn off the drawings, which are perfectly good drawings, as has happened. So you see that price action has put in a negative trend. It's been so extended that the 50 simple has been below the 200, and that's been, I suppose, what you would call negative sign there, where it's got approaching it and turned around so very quickly. RSI below the center line, confirming everything we've been talking about. That's the daily time frame, and of course lower highs, lower lows, right? So downtrend. Turn the drawings back on, and we can see there's gap there, 768, 771, that sort of target, 635 at the minute. And if you're on, say, for example, we'll check that in a minute, actually, downward slope information here. It's a parallel channel. We did have it drawn out previously as it was a downward slope and tightening wedge. It suggested there was a breakout move that would take you in and around towards your prior high within the formation, which is at about 711, the 382 retracement. In order to get there, you need to convincingly break 6.45, and then you'll get 7.11, which is what we were talking about here when price action was at this level. We said once you arrest the downtrend, the target to the top side is 711, which is where you'll be heading back to. If you do manage to break that, you'll fill this gap and test this prior high within the formation. That would be the full elasticity of price expressed. At that point, risk is be on again, and you'd be anticipating it coming in with a lower high. Should it not do that, that would be fantastic. At that stage, you'd be able to update your expectations with reliable trading signals. That's AMC on the daily. Also down on the 4 hour, you can see 50 simple approaching that first target at 711, 200 period moving average back up above the second target, golden pocket retracement in around $9. And if price action is actually following through, if it's a bullish trend, then those are the targets to aim for. But until such times as you've got a confirmed bullish trend, you're not yet able to take reliability from bullish trading signals. And here, when you're looking at back above the 236, breaking this downward sloping diagonal, aiming for those top side targets, including the gap, you're also testing the 200 period moving average. So this is the target to aim for. It's currently at 748. It may well be that the patient trader would benefit from waiting for the 200 period moving average to arrive around about the targets that they look for in price. So obviously it's a lagging indicator, which is a feature of this indicator. So you can use that to your advantage if you're like Rocky Outcrop and Tradespotting, who developed the feature and turned it into a benefit for your trading on the lower term timeframes on these particular type of moves you can take advantage of. So you can use what other people as a disadvantage and an inherent weakness of this indicator. You can take it and use it, turn it to your benefit. And in that sense, you can say, well, when the 200 period moving average meets that target of around 7.11, 7.10, then perhaps that's when price action moves to it, should it not already be there. And it, depending on the distance and then the reliability of the trading signals you're using out with this situation, with those particular circumstances, you might be on for a fantastic move in a really quick period of time. We'll combine that with Bollinger Band squeeze and you're really onto something. So that's another quick tip there. Right. Up to the top of this list, is there anything I should quickly check in with? Continuation on this, which we mentioned yesterday. Of course, you've seen it. And that's all that we desperately needed to get to. Let me see what's been saying over here in the chat box. Oh my goodness, there's a super chat. Thanks for the tea update. Can we get a quick peek at GME Daily Flash? Just want to admire it. Cookie, $9.99. You betcha. Let's get to that GME Daily Flash, yo. Trade spotter. Which chart is this? Boom, 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 boom. Daily time frame 24.65. Is this the flash he's talking? 24.41 at the minute. Period of volatility. So if price action does drop back down again, which is perfectly possible, let's put it like that. Lots of peas. Do you like peas? Do you like cheese? Well, in here you could find price action, despite what if it was moving to the downside, there would be the potential for it to turn back up again. There's JS, your brother from another mother. It's not rotational symmetry, it's deep symmetry, this friendship we've got here. Looking swell. Any thoughts on Boyle? There, you gotta get rid of that, like. Totally. We'll have a quick peek though. Dr. Tradespotting. Oh, I just saw a massive donation. What does that mean? Oh my god. Tripmeister, $99.99. $99.99. That's $100. I should have a song. Now. Wow. Tripmeister. This is the song. I know what you're thinking, and you're right. Yes, holy rack, that is a tune. Thank you very much, Dreammaster. And there it is. Unreasonable Land. The theme tune. I am going to steal the Declaration of Independence. And undeclare it. I hope so. Me too. My boss lied to me and he said it arrived late. I wouldn't have to drive that day, and I did have to drive today. Oh my, that is such a sad story. And it was so quick too. So quick and sad. You could get somewhere with stories like that, That's a talent, that right there, Sarah. It didn't take you long to deliver it, did you? So it's not your fault. Damn bosses, every way you look at it. So, for those who haven't tuned in before, this is Tradespotting show. It's brought to you live from Edinburgh, where this capitalist system that you love under was born in. And congratulations to you. You have, like the rarest of mammals, survived through the Holocene into the Pleistocene, whatever scene it is now, right? You have survived through it, and the death of free market economics and the birth of centralized capital expenditure has happened. Congratulations. Doesn't it feel exciting? This is what it is to relive the thrill of your own conception. Hit that like button. You put it just down over there. Wow, I point all sorts of different ways. Like, for example, have you seen it when I point over this way? Check out the Doomslayers. If you are new, you don't have to talk, but hit that like button. And if you do say hello, there's lots of friendly people in the chat box probably care about similar things to yourselves. If you have any questions, let me know. I saw other things came through. It wasn't just Sir Dreepmeister, king of the chat box. Not sure why, but my last fax didn't go through. Kieran, some PayPal thing. What they like, eh? So here's the tip. Thank you for the TA, sir. Kieran, thank you so very, very much. Generous lad, you. That's appreciated. And then Minner gifted a membership. Holy shit, who got it? Grace Foundation? Well, there you go. It was deemed, that was, the Lords above made it. And so, what a fantastic, I say that, but it was Minner. You are the Lord above in this instance. Thank you so very much. Just be the change you want to see in the world. Be like Minner. in every possible way, the legend. So, GME, what an amazing message came through too with Street Master. Did you see that? Looking swell. Any thoughts on Boyle? Right, that was a real message. It was a real message. Pardon me for 2 seconds. Right, I'm back. What else did I miss? Sorry, pardon me. You might notice I'm scrolling through the chat box. Magic away, I can do that. I made it right to the top. I got everything. I read it backwards. Isn't that fantastic? Now I've done it twice. Thanks for the TA. Yeah, I probably stop. Come on. What? Right. Ba-da-ba-dum-bump. This is public, isn't it? Yo, good one. That was the most poignant introduction. Welcome. Welcome. Introduction, people. Where's the intro? I read all the messages. I swear, honest to goodness. Thank you very much. You're all very welcome. Everybody is, right? Thanks for being here. And it's appreciated. If you're first time stopping by, thanks. If not, I appreciate you so much. Right. Oh, I so do. I'm feeling so grateful today, especially after that unboxing earlier, Tradespotting unboxing. It was best I felt in ages. Right, so we've got something. What was it? It was all sorts of things, right? It was all sorts of things. They were all incredible. And I want to say thank you very much to Dreepmeister. Thank you very much to Meaner. Thank you very, very much. Very, very, very much. Jess, you might actually look at Boyle. That's for real. Like, you're not joking. Cookie. Here we are. ProShares, Ultra Bloomberg, Natural. Okay, cool. I see what we're talking here. You weren't just joking. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. So, we'll start. Come on, Tradespotting. Come on. Let's get together. Come on. Pardon me, sorry. But do we have a? So, I mean, I suppose the story when you're looking at this is, let's go to the weekly, that it's, you know, what's the problem, right? That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying when you look at this. Market's closed. Shocking. Does this tell us anything extra information about this? What else do they tell us here? What do the analysts think? Screw that. Technicals, well, I'll do that. Thanks very much. Performance. But that's the whole point of doing this, isn't it? Where you like financials, that's not going to apply. Neither is great. So, yeah, I mean, let's just look at it. Let's just look at it. Weekly time frame, you know, that's pretty striking. That's pretty striking. So 1, 2, 3, all of these lower highs, price action retracing now lower low. Lower highs on RSI, bearishly divergent once, twice. That time failed to get through, but I can imagine on the weekly time frame you're not going to get to full story. This thing lives below the 200 period moving average. So if you're looking to, you know, like, so for example, if you live in like a really advanced Western democracy, they'll have, one of the ways you'll be able to judge that is based on the quality and efficacy of your postal service. And you could potentially just post a message to Boyle and write on it Boyle, and then like lives under the 200 period moving average on the weekly time frame. And if you live somewhere like I live, that message will be delivered. It's incredible. That is, you probably could do that. It's a test of the efficiency of your city. So look at this, right? Here's the 236. It didn't manage to do so great when it met that again. No, it doesn't really like that. That's not a great sign. This is what you'd be looking at. I mean, the biggest story of this, aside from that big obvious one that we've got drawn on at the minute, I suppose, like, what would be, this would certainly be part of the same story, but it would be this, right? This trend here, just these higher lows. So it may well be that this thing needs at some point to make some sort of a move, but like that's a pretty big move already, you know. Argue that. I'll go straight down to the daily time frame because wow. So again, doesn't particularly like 200 period moving average. A golden pocket retracement takes you back to a flash target. That's at 2000. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my gracious goodness. Bearing in mind, you know, various things. If you've been waiting on that trade since 2016, right? So there's a way to trade that and there's a way not to. 4 hour time frame, you know, like for example, if I do, it's there. And anyway, these aren't all on the flash, so I don't need to do so see on Discord or yeah, I mean, that's obviously the end result, isn't it, right? See on Discord at some point. So, yo, how's it going, Josh? Yo, plop. A dinosaur, Jimmy, dinosaur, plop. Freaking love pepperoni. I'm not sure, like, I get a bit of heartburn in it. Like, I prefer, what's it called? Aye. Like a chicken sandwich. Pro shares, Ultra Bear. Pro shares, Ultra Bear. We're looking at Ultra Bloomberg natural gas, Boyle. My screen is so tiny. You can also look at, as you would look at KOLD and all the rest of it at the same time. But we're with Boyle at the minute here, right? So 1, 2, 3, and then this. What did you? Sorry, pardon me. Right, we're on the daily, and then we move to the 4 hour. Make a different point. Did it? Was it? You know, was it? Did it hit it? What it? Yeah. You got taken out of the bullish controls on that. It was a nightmare. For that second touch within this was partially divergent. You've got head and shoulders, and then it looks like. What's that? It looks like some sort of arachnid. Arachnid. What's that song like? Anyway, so yeah, that was very obvious, wasn't it? So you've made the full measured move there, and then some. Come back, tested this previous low. You've got bullish divergence, and then within this section of the trend, what are we saying? You've got a gap. It doesn't need to mess. Like, I mean, it likes to fill its gaps, but it doesn't like do it. You know, it doesn't necessarily need to go to it immediately. Plenty of examples of that. While they ultimately do get filled, it doesn't look like there's particular agency. That wouldn't be the top of its core programming. Is return and fill gap immediately, you know. But I do imagine it would speak to itself like that. Hey, that'd be well tough. Poor robots. So anywho, especially the dog robots. That's messed up, hey, when you think about it. Like, why are they making dog robots stuff with? Anyway, so those poor dogs as well too. So anyway, right, the 39 spot. Yeah, so you're looking for this to go back to $40. That's what, 10-20%. You're looking for this 10-20% trade. Okay, cool. What's the well? I mean, the 4 hour time frames that you've got not actually trending to the top side in any planet dimension. Universe, whatever, right? This downtrend in every possible sense, and it's not a pretty one. This trend line, that's quite obvious. This breaks, it would be price action making a retracement back against this move here. You've not got any bullish divergence, so I wouldn't anticipate it breaking above 40 at the minute. That would be it coming up and filling that gap, and that's your immediate trade on the go at the minute. If you're looking for, you know, reliable TA. Beyond that, there's narratives and whatnot, but the chart's only offering you a certain amount of opportunity from here, and it's not really offering you anything. It's telling you don't do this right now. But you also, you know, looking left, you can see there's the divergence here. You know, like obviously you can see, it's probably like shouting at me about it, possibly like, Tradespotting, are you blind? Anywho, so that's lower low in price action, clearly not on RSI. So potential reversal divergence, in which case you're looking for something to move. And that might be like, you know, fair enough if you're thinking it's a retracement against potentially this guy. Or if it's not that guy, then 236 here, close to the golden pocket, a degree of symmetry. Then if you get back above that, maybe you're looking at something up. You know, you could just go on there, right? But the place to enter, if you are looking for that, it would be down here. And the place to be looking for, you know, your first reliable place to aim for is up here. And therefore, you need a risk-reward ratio that's justified by that target, right? So then, let's like down 1 hour time frame. Yo! 1 hour time frame. Let's talk about this gap. This is like a departure point in price, for obviously. You can use that, right? So your anchor there, golden pocket, comes back with its most recent test. It's already done that when it went through 236 and it came back, held that, and it's at that at the minute, 33.66. That's 72. So if you can hold this 36.66, you're right on an entry that suggests, you know,
you know, potentially, should you hold here if you're looking to go up at this instance, then that would be the inflection point. It's the immediacy that you'd be talking about there. I wouldn't imagine you'd be getting that after such close proximity, both on this chart and in space time. So yes. So I would think that would be unlikely, having just experienced this nature of this rejection. So it's a question of how does it hold this area at the minute, and if it does, fantastic. Then you're looking at the very small levels within this FIP because there's very little confidence you're going to do anything. It's a downtrend, right? It's a bearish trend. You're talking about a bullish trade, so that's like, you know, I mean, I would like to say that it's something different from what it is, but that would be no, very helpful. So there's 2, 3, 6, and then yeah. So there's also areas within this you could be looking at, but I mean, how small do you want to be doing that, right? I mean, more trades volume, more. Anywho, so what else are we saying here? Well, we've got nothing nice about that on the RSI. You know, there's nothing about that. It's nice. MACD, sure, but where's that 200 period moving average now? Oh right, that's on holiday. So yeah, so. It went on holiday without you. I mean, it didn't, right? You went on holiday without it in that. Oh no, it's just you've fallen out ages ago. Oh right, it was just a really, really dysfunctional relationship from the start, right? Like, and it was probably your fault. Let's face it. So anywho, there's the. It's not like you can call an average dysfunctional, is it? I mean, maybe. Who cares, right? Probably. So, what do they know anyway? It's all made up. Peer reviewed as if VRM and GREE both hitting a data with a look at re-entries. Quite possibly, said Jumper Jumper. Well, how you like keeping me on here? It's just like the. I've got it right here. It's like it's the edge and Tradespotting TA. It's like the edge and TA. Like, I'm just about to finish, and then boom, they'll come in and they'll be like interesting too. So it'll be like an interesting message, that one. Like, could a dollar really? You know. You can hardly get anything for $1 nowadays, right? So it's immediately interesting, right? So, you know, I heard there was a pre-fire sale going on as well. What about that? So, if price action does make it, have you hit the like button yet? It's currently 3:45 in the morning where I am, and I don't know what is giving me this extra dulcet tones. What I do? It's this silly disease, but tried to get me down, but couldn't it? Stupid disease. Right, so 1.13 extension is that at the minute. That's something target. Anywho, right, so yeah, you need to hold the 236. That's essentially what you're looking at. 30-minute time frame. What does the momentum say? Probably not very good. Right, it doesn't very good at all. So it's terrible, really. You know, it's just like building up so it can fall down again. You know, like it did like here. You'd be like, oh, that's good because it's not like as crap as it was there. Well, it's like, well, you know, just when you think things can't get any worse, it's like, why would that, what scale you look at so very inward looking, right? Maybe start looking outward because this is a problem. This is a problem, son. You know, it's a problem, son. You know, anywho, so pardon me. Right, so yes, that's like, and you know, people say they don't understand my accent. It's like, what do you not understand? What part of it do you not understand, right? What's it, the start bit? The middle bit? The end bit? I mean, come on. At least explain yourself properly, right? I don't understand the accent. What bit of it do you not understand? Because, right? I mean, I'm relying on you doing the listening bit. Hey, you know, right? I mean, can you figure things out? I mean, how do these things go, right? It's like, YouTube's got a subtitles button and everything. And YouTube, it can figure it out. Can you not figure it out, you fanny? Why not both? Lol. English pepper. I know that's English pepper though. It's like what? Anyway, did I tell you about that story about when I was the Phileas Fogg story? Poor question, no loss of docils. Yes, that's what I was thinking. And then it disappeared, like my thoughts. So anywho, there you're looking for that. God, what am I talking about? It was for Boyle. Yeah, surely we've done this, haven't we, sir? I mean, this is you calling the Boyle calling the KOLD TA the opposite. What is it? Where is it? What? Hey, what? Hey, look, listen. Yeah, okay, it is similar opposite. Well, it's a 23 and it looks like it's going to 13. Well, that's like, here, look, that looks... Here, look, listen. And this is already meeting a trend line, is it? Here, you're looking at these things because of this. You know, other people be like, it's breaking out. It's like, don't stop breaking out. It's just meeting a thing like, you know, hello, look, Yo, it's like, but it's breaking out troops. No, 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 I don't think so. Look there. I mean, anywho, so 15-minute time frame though. Let's get excited. Let's get excited. It's like, well, I don't know, mate. Well, I don't know about that. Gaps, flashes, brutal. And then this with this. You've already done it all. I mean, why am I laughing at that? I don't know. Then there's and then you lose that guy, and then you go into that, and at that stage, sure, you bounce with that, and you break that high, sure, you go up here. That's not happening though, is it? So, you might be right about that, your self-boil there, about that, JS, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you break out of this, what is that? It's like crap. I'll tell you how crap that is as well, if I wanted to. Look like inverted head and shoulders. But come back down, what's that? It's breaking there. Divergence from that point onwards. Aye, so I just had to do the rest of that move. So like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm going here. I'll be back in a minute. You slowly will be too. What's this? It's not a problem. It's same situation. Ooh, that's horrible. So that looks like it's about trick people. What, silly people. What, that get bullish by its resistance and that. Maybe it breaks up, but that was, So what are we thinking with this? There's the 2-hour time frame where you've got some sort of moving averages just pure love each other. No point on the 1-hour time frame where you've got on a 4-hour something here where it would mean something if they crossed. It would mean something like I mean, it would, in the Tradespotting book it would. That one worked because price action worked at the same time. This one, they didn't cross enough, did they? That was brutal, but price action was ahead of it. So you're getting like, no, that's not useful enough either, right? That's crap. Daily time frame, nowhere near across. Price action is above the very simple. It's got a positive orientation. Below the 200 is quite a steep downtrend. So that right in your prior high at 43.69. If I'm completely and utterly wrong, which is possible, there's a gap to the top side there in 886. It's already like, doing well on the RSI. There's no necessity like that on this daily time frame is classically what would trip. Like that's just like a liquidity trap, right? This is like, it's not actually broken out, right? It's not $20, $23. That's more than 10%. But like that's just like, that's sure, right? Maybe that would be a standard measurement, but then this isn't doing a standard measurement, is it? I mean, what's your yo? Did I ever see it here? I never do. Why do I keep doing that? No, that's not the way to go. Average true range, not muted, I mean. No. Average, there you are. Hello. How are you doing? What, you at 169? No, that's not. Well, I suppose. See, it's just here at what was, like not considering it from a bullish trade, but from, if you're looking at it from like a liquidity trap and you're thinking, here, I'll just push it to people's stops. And at the same time, I'll take it just far enough that people think it's bullish. That would be it, wouldn't it? But like you had to do it with this gap. That's cash. Looking left, that's also that gap within a gap. Oh no. No, it isn't. Ooh. Or is it? No, it's the bars say it's not. Good. Oh, this is handy having the bars are a second there. Anyway, getting double Tradespotting TS on my laptop, unboxing on my phone. My wow, you so lucky. Jumper, what were you talking about there? Where was it? VRM and GRE. Yourself there it is, right? So I mean there's something in that, right? I think VRM Vroom Flash 131. Oh yeah, this is opportunity speaking here, right? You have to manage your risk, of course. Of course, my horse. Where are we at here? Oh, it's come back to the $1 target. Here, this is why you're saying that. This is what we were talking about. Right. Nice one. This is Tradespotting setup, yo. Yes. Thanks. Right. So, yeah, you got your bullishly divergent there. You had your... Is this coming from a harmonic as well? Oh, what? Can you get a Gartley in there? Oh, could you? Oh, could you? Would you? Oh, what? Boy, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Would be nice, eh? Would be nice, eh? Oh. That'd be nice. That'd be so nice. Yeah. Here, this is the TA that people tune in for, right? And that's the sound effect you were looking for, isn't it? Like, boom, like that. Wow, amazing. And then like as well. Wow. So that's sort of what you're thinking. I'm totally in agreement with you. That's amazing. And then what was the other one? Well, worth a look for re-entries. Shit, right, okay, down 15-minute re-entries, yo. Re-entries, yo. Tradespotting provide value, yeah. Bum, bum. Pardon me. Yeah, so thanks for sticking with me. And at this stage, you're like, Tradespotting, wow, you try to deliver so much value all the time. Probably a new hailstones of value. It's going to rain down value. It's going to be like coins hitting your head, right? Terminal velocity to get inside, everybody. Right, so yeah, when it comes to the entries, you know, you'll have your whole setup from your risk-reward ratio determined by your trading strategy. You'll have honed down to a T, and after, you know, a number of years, it'll be a little money-making machine. You call it Bertha, right? Put a bow on it, sleep with it. Pff, man, marry it. Fucking better than getting married to a human being, probably. I don't know, never did that shit. So, what was we saying there? Yes, that was it. When it comes to entries, you know, on top of all that awesome, amazing stuff there, right, you can use your candlesticks. So what we're looking for here in a 30-minute time frame, this VRM, well, we're looking in here, we're saying you ain't got no much there. We'll need to, like, if you're going to be doing that, right, one of the top tips from Tradespotting, this is like unbeatable tip here, right, this is it. If you want to be looking for candlestick entries, then you're going to need to use a candlestick chart. Oh, right, there you go, folks. Don't get better than that, does it? Whoa. Right, so, you know, some people out there are like, yeah, I mean, is that great? That's interesting. And I'm here, you know, joking and all. Hey, so daily, I mean, maybe you're looking for candlestick time for daily. If you're talking about those moves to $5, you know, patience pays. That's what they say, innit? Say stuff like that. I don't know. I never stuck around to hear the end of that sentence. So I'm guessing, right? Bing bong. Right, was it right? What happened? So yeah, this thing, what we're looking at, 15 minutes early. Already on the early. You can tell that the candlesticks are, you're going like, okay, so you're only going to be looking for a selection at this stage, a selection of them. Again, overall, it's in a downtrend on every one of these time frames, even the 30 minutes. And this RSI looks crap at this exact moment in time. Pardon me. I know we're looking for the candlesticks. Just want to check something. You see, this is like... Right, so, I mean, in terms of an entry, what you're looking for after you find a zone where it might show up would be a candlestick, right? And in terms of what candlestick you're looking for in this thing, well, I mean, let's just face it, right? I'd want a bullish engulfing candle. If I was looking for a if I want to try and reversal on that, I'd want a bullish engulfing candle, and I'd want also it to be as part of within an approximate of 3 others, or part of another formation, which is also a bullish reversal candlestick formation, right? And that's what I'd be looking for in terms of an entry on this thing, and you'd likely find it in and around support, because, you know, you get your bounces and whatnot. So say if it is beyond it, maybe abandoned baby or whatever, you know, so building it in with the support and resistance and how price action would likely have to behave at that time in order to give you any of these candlestick formations working backwards from what you already know them will be, right? So yeah, and if it's big English, I don't understand your accents. How could that be any clearer? It was absolutely fucking crystal clear, isn't it? And I can already see the chat box nodding, you know. So like definitely that's not my problem, right? So yo, check it out. We're on this side now. So what was there's like not the most amazing things there, not the most amazing things. on the tinny tiny winny binny itsy bitsy teeny time frames. Well, I suppose I call them that, but like some people are in here looking at 5 minutes, there's a flash at 1.05, there's a 50 simple approaching the 200 period moving average from above, so price action could easily get there. Look at this thing putting in such a big move that's out with the typical behavior of this thing in its most recent past. Like, it's right up there with the big rejection candlestick you found this stage, which came, well, you know, I mean, you're looking back at these like 1, 2, 3, boom, that's it, bronze, buddy, sorry. And then a reaction from this thing, first 5 minutes of price action tomorrow, that's where you'd have to find it. It would be next to this dude, and it would have to be better than this one. You'd get back, you'd fill your flash, you'd get back towards the 236, and you know, what about that, eh? What's it going to give us with open tomorrow? What's going to look like on VRM? Well, if it opens tomorrow back above 1.04, no, it doesn't mean I'd automatically trust it. No, no, trust a harder earned than that, broom. Sorry. But like, I'd be looking at it, I'd be interested in that candlestick formation, you know, if it happened like with the open here and went up there about the gaps and all, then I don't know, maybe we'll have a wee look inside what's going on there, right? Not bad, not. Thank you, Jamie. Be smelling this shit in up with everybody, yo. What's the face yo? I have no idea what that means, but think, Jenny. Oh, it's not a thank you, Jamie. See, this is difficult. I'm an old man now. See the unboxing, that was to celebrate my birthday. So, talking about old men. Anyway, talking about old men. Hey, how do you spell vacuum? This is joking here. Think, Janet, you're a Hoover. You're a Hoover. Isn't that it? Something like that. Think Janet be smelling the scissor and a pitters. Here, see, when Janet comes on for an interview on a Tradespotting show, she's going to pick me up on this, Jess. She's going to be like, Tradespotting, there was this one time on the Tradespotting show when somebody said, who was it? What was his name? Right? And it'll be on the screen there, but she's not going to notice that, right? She's just do research. She'll be like, tell me his name. And I'll be like, I'm never telling you, Janet. And she'll be like, you're going to tell me. And stuff, you know. Can you imagine how much of a head wreck it would be? So just, you know, Jez, keep your head. Think, Janet, it's how do you spell vacuum? You figured it out yet? I'm going to be Janet and Colin. Ha! Colin, hi. Long time listener, first time caller. I just want to know if I spell it right. That's good. We're gonna have to leave it. Like, we're gonna have to leave that one up in the air. Right? It's like one of the seven ancient mysteries. Like, how do you spell vacuum cleaner? Boy, flasher, that's it, Jim. Damn, thanks. Good evening, all. Good evening, Merc. Okay, where's Mr. Azamat at? Where you at, Azamat? Snizzy Liz. Anyway, this thing, right? I was looking for Bullish stuff, didn't get it. But like, it's brilliant, eh? What was the next one? GREE. Is that what you were saying? 1.02. I don't like these 5 minutes for the first glance. 4 hour. Just oof. Interesting there. Here, it's not even splashing. You're giving everyone all this flash secrets. Jump, walkie, boom. Well, you're sort of very where you would turn around. At this stage, I'd be like, yo, please can I have some stochastics, sir? Where's Rocky Stochastics? Why do I not have things set up properly anymore? Let's go with that one. Although that's just there. Anywho, right. So, yeah, that's not doing what I'd like. That's also not fabulous. Fabuloso. That's like, doesn't do that for long without making some sort of a move. Could well be like a crap move to the top side. I mean, if the stochastics do something like that and what you're getting on price action is a then that's probably not great. It's failure to RSI. Center line. Lower highs the whole time. Higher highs here. That's continuation divergence. So at this stage, you're looking to find support and you could test like NAF, right? Daily time frame. You're already in downtrend, exceeding any level of support or idea of it. Silly Billy. There's 745. Oh, that would be nice. Not happening there until such times as that turns around. 4 hour, you're looking like maybe. Daily time frame, sure. You know what I mean? Like, typically it would go up after a while, but there's nothing reliable there at first glance. 2-day time frame, like, at this stage, you'd be looking for confirmation on this guy. You know, you want confirmation on this guy, because, like, with the cross, and it'd be significant distance then between them, or else a very strong trend and move, which would be price action doing what, sir? Well, it would be back above at least 1 spot 24, so already 20%. You could see that sort of thing then. If we look down 1 hour, what you like with this? Lots of bullish divergence. That's one of the interesting things about this. And if you are looking for those topside targets, then maybe this is the sort of thing. I mean, there's that. That's not completely ruling it out, though, this gap there, though. 4 hour. What's that look like on 4 hour? Same area. It's disappeared. No, it's not. It's there. Oh, that was an inflection point. Did we just draw that there, or was that earlier? When was that? Anyway, $4. That's the trend line. It broke at that stage. Yeah, this low. What was that like? Oh, back in the bearish control zone. Back down that stage. This is where it started putting in 1, 2, 3. Sure, that's lower, but. Okay, right. I thought I had defeated this damn thing. But I defeated this thing with darn tooting things. Hello there, Andrea Tugas. I see you, and I would do that any other day, but I just am actually having to not be able to do it actually at the moment. Meister, IDC. Oh, well, I can't not do that. BTC, ETH, IDC. IDC. What are we up here? This is not what you're talking about. Wait, what? This might be. Wait, no. Is it? That'd be interesting. What are you talking about? Tell me, sir, what are you talking about? Wait, we're talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, IDC. Well, Bitcoin. We'll go to futures. Okay, this is still true. 1, 2, 3, boom. It's can only persist around here for so long without trying up again. This is the area to enter those sort of trades. This would be where risk is on always then, until such times as the formation is broken. 236 within that thing, in around 200 period moving average. I suppose if you ended it like that, it'd be it. Like, hey, you know, you could take that on a breakout too. Where's the first one here? Just 236 measured from. Where is that? Is it the same guy? It is. Hello. Anywho, right. I've been here before, haven't I? So, excusez-moi. At this point, yeah, I mean, that's that at 1.13, is it yet? Aye. And then 17.8, 7.5, what was the low there? When I zoom in, just beyond that, enough to trick people, but still in line with this trend line. Well, who did it trick? You silly billies. You know, you big silly billies. You heard of the 4 hour turnip farm? They did the best turnips. Good evening, all. So what did he see? Yo, is that, are you guys talking to each other, or what am I doing? Anyway, there's something. What else can I do? I mean, Ethereum will probably do the same thing, but more violently. Let's see what Ethereum futures are saying. We're saying, ugh. I don't like that. That reminds me of when you do washing and then you're like, I'm just going to do it again. I don't know why, I'm just going to do it again. And then I don't know why it reminds me of that. And then yeah, let's just do it again, eh? So I hope that was helpful. Reef, sir. We continue, right? We meet again uptrend, right? So let's see how this goes. At this stage, you're not going to ignore that. 0.0048 currently, 0.0065. You're not going to ignore that, are you? Daily time frame. I mean, if you're going to make that deal, right, and you're not going to ignore it, then we're also not going to ignore this, 0.05, and it's currently at 0.006, right? So, I mean, if Bitcoin breaks up, and Bitcoin breaks up Bitcoin futures there, and which you won't know until they open again yet. Wait a minute, they're open. Of course they are. What was it doing there? What time is it? So they probably are. I mean, what day is it? Yeah. Here, I'm losing it. That reminds me of a song. Is this buzzing yet? It's Silly Friday. Oh, what was that all about? Right. This, hope that was helpful. Bitcoin, if it breaks up, especially the future start there, Ethereum, likewise, if it does the same thing by a big chunk, then this would be the one to look to from the 3. I mean, screw you, flash back down it there. If you've got, no, you mean you can't now. Daily time frame, you got a golden cross, 50 simple touch, and 200 period moving average at 0.05. I mean, I was just hovering my big floppy dildo at that price. Maybe it's slightly lower. If it has to break back below it to fill that flash and then persist there for long closes, that'd probably be indicative of like the overall Bitcoin Ethereum not doing so great if this did that and didn't recover. Whereas it doesn't even, I mean, I know that's more proximate, so like you may be thinking about that. It's like, what time frame was that on? 1 hour? Where was it? Where were you? Where are you? It was 4 hour. So it sounds right. It's there. But you're in uptrend. And it is obviously closer, despite being 20% away, than a 10x target. Right? So again, I'm with that. I'm with ya on that. But here, whoa! Boom. 14 months. Merrick, boom. 6 months. Boom. Together, that is 58 months. Ta-ta-ta. Do you like that? No, thanks very much, Sir Jez, Sir Merrick. Bing bong, bing bong. Happy anniversaries. So I like yeah. I mean, if you're already in it, sure. I mean, you'd be following it with a stop loss. You're at the 50 simple. At that stage, it's only actually meeting a trend line. On the RSI, we see it's broken through the center line, come back below its previous low. So price action hasn't done that, and that's continuation divergence to the top side, and it is in an uptrend. So I mean, I wouldn't bet against that. I'd have my stop loss back below this prior low at 0.053, and I know that means that it's only got then from that point onwards down to 0.048. But if I'm in profit, then I'm protecting it from there, because if it does go below that, then it's definitely going there, right? And then why would I want that, right? Whereas depending on where I entered the move. Yo, ahoy, suppers, hips ahoy, tips ahoy! So at that point, you're looking for this at the trend line, it's at the 50 simple, it's the 4 hour time frame, it's got continuation divergence to the top side, it's an entry. And, you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum perform well. That's a 10x that you just got given there from Dreepmeister. That's 10x. Hey, he's just giving you there with like the stops dead obvious. From a trade you're already in at the minute. Should it come back anywhere near there, buy. Whereas you're at an entry right there, straight away. Boo, enter. You don't like that, that's fine. I know, it's hard, isn't it? Oh, it's so hard. I know. I know, not right, seriously though, it's hard. It is. Ignore me. Sometimes I'm like that. But I'm joking. I'm just, you know, I'm joking, isn't it? So it's all right. Cold. Wouldn't have. We did cold already, sir. Whoa, we did it already. Ooh, we did do. Ooh, we did it. Ooh, God, work too. So it did. Cooled me right up. So love that, math. Thanks very much. Just worked on that for ages. And a great mathematician never explains his work, right? No, yes, you did, Sarah. So we're looking at 0.0048, innit? No, we're not yet, but we are. And how am I going to say that that's not? I mean, this thing's bearishly divergent. You're not putting in houses, and it would quite easily come back to those levels. It could even test this downward slope thing, and then you've got your breakout. You know, maybe you do get a breakout. You know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, they'll give you a heads up, likely. If this thing's coming back, test those levels, maybe it's giving you a heads up. Breaking that horizontal diagonal, which also means this horizontal anyway, as it so happens. You know, it's and you got an early signal, maybe something's not great going on there on the other front. But if they both going up and this thing's holding this trend line, it's doing it at the minute. I mean, sure, it's bearishly divergent, but it's in at this stage, right? It's not met a critical horizontal level yet, has it? Yes, Tradespotting, and since then it's been divergent. Well, but yes, but that's only 4 hours. That's 886 from here, isn't it? Azure 236 already. Meh. So, you know, maybe this isn't the best entry in the world. Maybe, but then you would know fairly quickly because, you know, you got what's going on 30-minute time frame if you're bullish to gas log. We've got continuation divergence, just it's come after immediate. Well, no, that's not really. Just that, but. Body, maybe, you know, you see. Stretch this guy out. No, that's enough of them. No, that's just a wick. There it is, just a wick. Sugars. So, I mean, you can, you take your fib from up here. I would. But in terms of your uptrend, I'd put more emphasis on the body closes than the wicks. So, here, just to clarify, in case, I mean, maybe some people didn't know that was a distinction at all. In which case, that's even extra helpful, isn't it? It's just the things I learn teaching that are things that people might need to know. It's like, well, I wouldn't need to know that if I wasn't teaching someone. So, you know, I don't know how the math works out there either, but I'm not going to explain it. What live? I know. What time is it? 4:11. Make a wish. 11:11. Make a wish. So what we were saying here, this is offering a potential, which is fantastic because if it breaks the top side, you've got immediate obvious. If it breaks the bottom down again, you've got immediate obvious. 20% down, fantastic. 10x to the top side. What an amazing trade. Could be incredible. Reef my sell order by 0.00041. Here. These are the things that is what traders are made of. So I'll tell you what, Merrick, right? There'll be a time in years to come when there'll be like countless trades you'll have taken that will have massively outperformed anything that was on the cards on that particular moment you're talking about with that trade. But it'll still be that, you know, you'll remember far more clearly that 0.00041 than you will the like 80 grand whatever thing. Like you'll know obviously all about the 80 grand, but you'll remember this thing. Fucking you'll remember it. Never forget it now. So there's interesting. Not that it was going to help you. I mean, it'll help you that you were able to bear it, and you're now here, and you will go through other things in future, and be able to put things in a weird perspective, and be like, "Wow, isn't it just weird?" And then, anywho, so not pointing out what am I talking about? I can't remember either. So did somebody say something I had to do? What was it? Oh, I don't see it. I've got quite far up. Oh, I think I'm alright. I'm in the clear. Treatmeister, 7 months. Frickin' legend. Thank you very much. Today's show. Thanks. What was, so I mean, yeah, we did this. We did daily time frame. I mean, that's back at these sure, we spoke about this before. Once it goes, it's going to go absolutely mental. So there's loads of reasons. There's also like nothing to do with technical analysis reasons, which will later become clear on the chart when the machinations of that fully work themselves out. So, talking about machinations. So, what about that tune earlier? Brilliant. Unreasonable and theme tune. Right, so what else? Did you hit that like button? Something else. So this is open trading right now in case you're interested. 15-minute time frame, there's that potential entry. If you are looking for candlesticks to get a bullish engulfing, that'd be a nice one. Start off the day there. Start that off there. Yeah, you exceed that area. Not that one yet. 15 minutes, how long's left? 38 seconds. Well, that's not very much. You're going to immediately jump up to 0.00647. I mean, on those higher time frames, it suggests like this isn't the moment. This isn't your moment. Divergence at resistance. That's historical resistance. It's also an 886. It's like also 236. It's like that's just like, oh, this would be the place to take a breath and like try back there. There's a cross Golden cross, that's just a place to test. That's back at 0.05. And then, you know, wherever it was that we were at, 4-hour time frame, we flash at 0.048. It's 20% off plus. Big warning signs there. If you shouldn't hold that level, which is an inflection point in price, maybe that you head back down and test this one and around 0.038, which should also be confluent with the downward sloping diagonal, and a test of that would work with a breakout trade, and you'd be back looking at the Bitcoin Ethereum dynamic with what we were speaking about in the beginning. At least I would be. So that's what I'm thinking. Thanks for tuning in to the show. As I was saying, it's now 4:15 in the morning. We had a brilliant little bit of everything, brilliant little bit of this, brilliant little bit of that. We've got some excellent videos coming up here. Watch that shit, man. I made that just for you. It's amazing. Also, thanks so much to CC, Upstart Thyself, and Bulldog. He's made my, I don't know, how long did he make Quintanimasimal? He made my